There's a program in the group. Yes. No. Yes, that's the one. Good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to today's tutor program, partly hosted by BizFarm. It's an exciting afternoon to just reflect, learn, recap what we've learned over the past few weeks, and grow together. And obviously, everything that we do is obviously in alignment with the tutor mission and objectives. I am Eileen Kize, marketing director, and today I'll be just guiding the whole session, introducing everyone through and getting through the session with you guys, and hopefully you'll learn and gain perspective in this session, today's session, and also tomorrow's session. So I would like to introduce my next speaker. The first speaker of the day is going to be introducing you guys to the whole session, which is Goliswa on my right-hand side.
Hi guys, my name is Osa Telezi. I am BizFarm's ICT. So today's session, as we had like the previous session, and then we said we want the session to be more on the entrepreneurial side. So we've decided that as BizFarm, we are going to make the session on business skills, specifically grouping for this session, how you can use it to actually navigate your business. But before I talk too much, or before we get into like a lot of things, I'd like to actually introduce the BizFarm team, and then you guys introduce yourself also, so that we get to know each other. Because after the session, there's gonna be time for networking. So let's get to know each other first, and then yeah. We're next to be joined by the cheetah representative, of which is Miss Aline. She's not here yet, but for now, let's introduce ourselves. So let me start here, and then here, and then you can introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, welcome to the session. I'm Ayanda Banda, and I'm the supply chain specialist here at BizFarm.
Greetings everyone. My name is Linda Kulu. I'm part of IT team right here at BizFarm. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Padanka, part of the organizing team here at BizFarm.
Evening, I'm Amin Tukodi. I'm a junior accountant here in BizFarm.
Oh, sorry, it's me. I've already introduced myself, but I'm Eileen Kize, marketing director.
Okay, greetings everyone. My name is Tembe Wanalinga, and I'm part of the marketing team at BizFarm.
This is also agents. My name is Odom Tseseva. I'm also part of marketing director.
Hi everyone, my name is Sandeep Singh. I'm part of the finance team at BizFarm.
So can I give this opportunity to you to introduce yourself? You can include your qualification, you can include your business ID and business name whatsoever, but
feel free to.
Greetings everyone. My name is Ayanda CI. I have a diploma in arts cartoonist, and my topic, my idea, my plan is to recite poet and so on. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Tayana Kubulas. I also have a diploma in arts cartoonistry. Now.
Okay, so everyone, my name is Sunny and I'm currently pursuing my service training with also too. I'm starting with diplomas in chemistry. My idea in business, I was thinking about to start production of time gel soaps and so on and so forth.
Greetings everyone, my name is Landela Mkwaba. I have a diploma in analytical chemistry from DUT. I'm currently working at Prosper Paints as a laboratory technician, and the name of my business is ChemCure Solutions. Thinking of that name was just for me to start the cleaning detergents and cleaning products for myself, making from scratch.
Thank you.
Now let's take a look back into the past few weeks that you guys have had the sessions either on Zoom or on Teams. Just so we can build on the foundation that we've already learned over the past 4 or 5 weeks. So I'm going to allow the floor for Dr. Dikshita to just give us a recap on what we've learned, just refreshing our memories on the past few weeks.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. How many of you have attended the past sessions? No, from all of, no, you haven't. You have. So, and okay, welcome. We have, okay, come through, we've got a seat here. We are joined by Aileen, the director from Cheetah's side, who's organizing team from the CETA, the chemical CETA. We have students here. We just finished introductions.
Okay.
Make yourself comfortable. We've started the session, so I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more students here. 4 students here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our organizing team.
So 4 students.
4 students, yeah. And then there's how many online? Online students.
I only have one.
1 online. Okay. So 5 participants and the organizing team, they finished their introductions and they just handed it to me to do a recap of what we've done so far. So you're in at the right time. So you can now listen to the recap. So I was just checking with them if they've attended the previous sessions. So they've attended, so all of the sessions. And if you haven't attended, at least you've seen the recording, or you know what you have missed at least. So the first session was an introduction into what is green hydrogen, and of course you are all chemistry students, right? And it was an introduction into the basics of green hydrogen, and that was done by Atul Padarkar. The next was, the second session was on South Africa's green hydrogen landscape, what the sector involves, and the different components of the sector, which is the generation of the renewable energy, then the electrolysis, then the storage, the pipeline. So the entire explanation of the value chain, not the value chain, the framework under which the sector operates, the different policies of the government and so on, which was done by myself. Then we went into the third session, which was also done by myself, which is the value chain and the business model, the proposals. How do you identify business opportunities? After that, we had the business model canvas, and session 5 was on compliance. The business model canvas was done by Sanke and with help from Atul, and we had the business solutions compliance, which is session 5, which is what are the steps you need to take to get yourself as a business compliant, registered, going, dealing with SARS, dealing with Department of Labor, dealing with different certifications. That was done by Canva Business Chartered Accounting Firm, Ms. Nambili. And then the business concept development was done last week again by Atul, and I think one of the interns was with me. Yeah. So is there, the students, we did ask them initially in one of the first 2 lectures itself, whether they want more on the chemical aspects of green hydrogen, or would they like more on the business skills and the starting of the business. And the feedback we got from them was on start your business. So because they are already chemistry students. So what we also advised them during the session was that yes, it is green hydrogen, but green hydrogen will have a lot of pillar areas in which you can still start your business, because green hydrogen is a green field, it's still an upcoming field. So you might not be able to directly start your business in green hydrogen, but because it involves still more thinking, reading, understanding of policy frameworks, etc. But even if you start your business in the chemical sector in a allied area and then move into green hydrogen, have a clear framework or time frame of two years or so, wherein you say, okay, in future green hydrogen is going to be replacing this sector, and which is cement and things like that, cement production, steel production, transport, pipelines, etc. So that you have a clear time frame to move into green hydrogen space in a year or so. So get your business started in the chemical sector, and if they are. And also we advise them that they must have some remunerating income to start off with. So is there anything else my team would like me to touch upon?
No, thank you. Can you give Miss Amin
A chance to introduce herself.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aline John. I'm a skills advisor, regional skills advisor at the Chemical Center office. So we have funded the project that you're currently on, looking specifically at green hydrogen initiatives, exploring, because you guys are experts in your field, so looking at exploring opportunities for yourselves to start off your business in that particular sector. Primarily, we want to equip you with the skills that are required to run the business. And I think, listening to what you've gone through, you've covered quite a lot in the 6 weeks. I think you've gained a lot of knowledge and skills that you can utilize if you are planning to start. Well, I'm hoping you are planning to start your business in the chemical environment. And obviously with the green economy being so important, and I think it's pivotal as well for you to start considering at the entrepreneurial opportunities that could be available in that sector for yourself. It's growing, it's new, and I think, if you can utilize all the skills that have been afforded to you, you can really be a successful entrepreneur in that field. So that's where we've come in. We've said it's a new sector, it's a growing sector, and we want to equip SMEs to go on that growth spurt, learn as much as you can, and be a flourishing business. That is the whole purpose. And I see that there's Dr. Padalkar and have covered quite a lot in this session. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how it impacts on your potential opportunities, potential businesses, and maybe in the future you'll be a chemical center company, and then you'll be applying directly to us for funding. So I look forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Aline, and thank you so much, Dr. Padalkar. I think we can definitely say that we've gone through an extensive amount of work and topics and just breaking the ground with what the green hydrogen is all about. So thank you so much for that recap. We can now move on to the incredibly exciting part where we can have you guys share what you've learned over the past few weeks, your hopes and dreams, just a little bit of overview of what your objectives of your business is all about and how you're going to tie it in with the green hydrogen, the program. So if you'd like to start first, anyone can start first. Just tell us your experience over the past few weeks. We really appreciate that. Should I choose?
Before you choose, there's an online participant that's asking to participate in the introduction. So I think we.
Oh, okay. Chance. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe to intrigue your mind, you can refer to this paper. It's just a way to remind yourself. So Sitabile, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. Special greetings to everyone. I'm Sabile Mate. I completed my diploma in analytical chemistry at the UT. I am a founder and an entrepreneur of Chuma Grows Natural. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. But because today we're having a contact session and we are all giving our faces to our names, can you please just show your face so that everyone can see you? Just for 2 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What can that? Can that be? Or can that, yeah.
Ladies first.
Nothing hectic, just your experience and how do you actually think it is equipping you in terms of entrepreneurial skills and your business idea.
You can start. I can see you ready.
Oh, me?
Yes.
As for me, my business idea, since that was started, we can see that there's a huge market for, it's even a huge market, it's so much to explore. So, for me, I'll start with, so with my idea, my business idea, I'd like to focus my own production side of it because it's in both like film industry. So if I think of something done for it's a concept of development. So the problem we want to solve is too much on like fossil fuels natural. So where we really use like our climatic change, like our industrial companies, in the transport sector, and stuff that for municipalities like seeking like clean alternatives to fossil fuels that we can.
Let's remember that people online just
Can you answer?
yeah, just speak a bit louder. Yeah. Nothing hectic. This is just a discussion.
So my business name is Green Chem Technology. So I've seen that there's some companies that decay oil to the stream, which is illegal. So my business will focus on that. I'm going to extract, separate oil and water, which the water that is separated from oil will help us to produce the hydrogen. And I will recycle the oil and sell it to as a recycled oil. So my business will focus more on the mines and big companies that produce oil.
Thank you for your.
Anyone else?
So by my side, I do have a business idea, but it's not clearly related to some chemicals because it's based on production that it's creating also that to manufacture the products, like clean agency, something like that. So, but I do gain some information from production about other things.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's your turn now.
gained so much information from green hydrogen, not just information alone, but also you guys helping us with launching our certificate and so on. We just grateful for that, and we're grateful for these sessions that we are having because it's helped us to grow as scientists, chemistry students, and also it's also improves our knowledge on how we can launch our businesses. For me, my business idea from starting there, as I chose to study chemistry, it was because I saw someone posted a sunlight liquid from DUT who was making it from scratch, and then I was impressed by that. And then my goal was just to have my own laboratory to produce my own cleaning products. And really pray and wish God can give me strength and power to really pursue my dreams. And then I also gain a lot of experience from ProStar as I work in the laboratory. I know how to use chemicals, and I know I hope and believe that I'm gonna gain a lot of experience. Then that's where I can get the raw materials, and everything I need as I want to start my own business. And I know it's not gonna be now, but as time goes by.
Also remember, guys, sorry, you're 1 foot in because this time Dr. Kadalka has already registered businesses for you. So you are already there. You're 1 foot in. It's all about the energy that you put in and the effort, the work that you put in.
Also remember that chemistry or whatever field you're in of chemistry is a very vibrant field. There's always new changes, innovations, lots of industrial activity. So this economy cannot grow without a chemical business. I'm sure Eileen will know that better than I do. So and it's one of the largest growing sectors in the economy, the chemical sector. We need it in our daily lives.
Yeah, thanks on every aspect of our lives. Since you mentioned ProStar, so you were one of our companies then, ProStar manufactures paint. So yeah, they come to us for funding as well. Take on learners. I'm not even sure whether you are actually on one of our funded programs. You are, yes.
So keep going through the website of Cheetah to see new funding that's available for learners or businesses.
Yeah, usually though what happens with Cheetah is that we fund like for instance companies or like in this case Dr. Padalka's research and resources, they apply to us for funding. So we don't fund learners directly. Over the past 2 years though we have funded a program like a top-up, for learners who aren't able to graduate, if they've had X amount of money that's owed or things like that, then we've had that where it was the saving funding, we ran that. So probably again we might run that this year, but thus far it hasn't come up. But yeah, generally that's the only funding that you, as a learner, you can directly apply. But other than that, you should be on the internet and view and see if there are any other programs that you can participate in. They'll be advertised on that.
I'm wondering if the Sitabile is wanting to also get a bit of a input on. Sitabile?
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, can you just share a little bit your experience of the past sessions and a little bit of your business idea in the green hydrogen sector?
Okay. My business name is Chuma Glow Naturals. I'll be producing skin products using turmeric, and I strongly believe that since I won't be using hazardous chemicals, the production process won't contribute to climate change and pollution, which also links to green hydrogen.
Okay, thank you. Noted. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for our green hydrogen participants. Your stories are truly, truly remarkable. I hope that whatever resources that you have gained from this experience, you will use for years and years and years to come. It is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and you're truly blessed to be able to get a fully funded program to teach and explore new avenues. But so now we take our attention to the ever so great growth wheel. This presentation will offer strategic insights into how entrepreneurs and organizations can navigate and unlock new potential. So please welcome to the floor, Mrs. Mbanza. Ms. Mbanza, to take us through.
Hi everyone again. Thank you for the recap and the introduction. So I will be taking you through developing your concepts through the growth wheel, from the ideation phase up until to the implementation piloting phase. You can use growth wheel through those phases. So to begin with, what is growth wheel? So growth wheel is a visual decision-making tool and framework that is designed to help entrepreneurs and small business owners to make decisions, act, and grow their businesses. It is structured like a wheel, as you can see, with 20 key focus areas, which are grouped into the 4 main quadrants. So this is the overview of the growth wheel. You have the growth plan, which has the 360 degrees assessment, the ambitions, outcomes, and the 30, 60, 90 days plan, which will be our main focus for today. But the rest of the growth wheel is the business profile, which is where you just write the description of your business, and then the financial overview, the budgets, and the videos, if you wanna put any videos or the videos that I budget on how you can use the growth wheel. Then moving on to the next slide, these are the 4 main quadrants that I was mentioning. The business concept, which helps you create an attractive and feasible business concept. And then the organization, which is where you develop your team. And then the customer relations, which is where you aim to build a lasting relationship with your customers and how you can retain your customers. And then the 4th quadrant being operations, which is your day-to-day operation, how to maintain a profitable operations. Yeah. And then for the first quadrant, which is the business concept, from the business idea up until the market position, this is where you develop your idea, you decide whether you're going to offer a product or a service, and then the business model. This is where you determine what is your vision, what is your mission, and the pricing. And your pricing should go according to the customer segmentation, which is the customer portfolio. Is your product or service to the old or young people? Is it for the rural or urban people? And your pricing needs to align with your customer segmentation. And then you assess your market opportunities and identify the gaps in the industries. As you have all mentioned, that you are solving this problem to these clients or customers. And then you define your unique value proposition that differentiates your business from the rest of the competitors. What is it that you have or that your business will solve that the other competitors do not solve? Even if it's an existing problem that you are trying to solve, but how is it innovative from the rest of the other competitors in your sector? And then moving on, or rather in summary for this quadrant, the business concept, what problem are you trying to solve? Who is the target customers? What products or service will you offer? What is the business model? How will you differentiate from the competitors, which is the uniqueness? And then relating this to green hydrogen. For the business idea, you need to define your core products or service, as I have mentioned. You need to decide whether you are producing, for example, hydrogen. Are you building electrolyzers? Are you offering hydrogen storage solutions, or you are just delivering a training? Will you offer green hydrogen only, or there are other renewables? Will you target industries like transport, mining, and power, just like you have mentioned for your business idea? And then who will buy your solution? Is it government? Is it gonna be heavy industries? Is it logistics company or just local municipalities? Will you charge per kg of hydrogen if you are manufacturing hydrogen? Are you offering installation plus maintenance packages, or you just partner on carbon credit schemes? What is your competitive edge? Are your operations cost efficient? Are you going to be producing to local communities, or you are going to be using the sustainable technologies? This all helps you define your business idea. From the business idea, you develop your business concept, and then you are able to write your business plan so that you can be able to define your objectives, and then from there you can then register your business and be able to fund it. Also, this helps you pitch your business better. If your business concept is feasible and making sense enough for you, you'll be able to pitch, and then possibly you get a funding, provided that you meet all the requirements that the funder has. And then moving on to the second quadrant, which is the organization, which has the ownership and board, employees, partnerships, business processes, and legal issues. So here, what I did not mention is that if you see that your business idea is lacking, then you will highlight. You highlight each focus area according to how far you have assessed it. And then for the organization, this is where you build your team and leadership structure. So you need to consider if it is going to be a startup or a cooperative, or just a social enterprise. You need to be clear of who owns what if you have partners. Are you going to involve energy experts, policymakers, or engineers? So for employment partnerships, are you going to be having engineers or project managers, technicians, or marketing staff? This is all just an idea or an example of what you need to consider as you develop your business concept. Are you going to collaborate with universities, green energy incubators, or government agencies for partners? And then you see from there, and then you seek the green and innovation grants, angel investors, or any corporate partnerships. And then moving on to the customer relations, which is where you understand your market and how you're gonna reach your customers, how you're gonna retain your customers. This sector is just all about engaging, attracting, and retaining your customers. The business thrives when they establish a strong relationship with their audience and create loyal customer base. So here it's for you not to just, and when you develop your concept, it's now to deliver your service or product. You just do not end at selling your product. You want feedback. You check if the customer is satisfied. What is it that you can improve? Is it your product design or the service delivery? Are they happy? So this is basically all about that. How's your branding? Is it talking by itself? When the people see it, is it appealing? Is it attractive? This quadrant is all about that. How you deliver to your customers, how you reach your customers, how is the communication with your customers. Also, you need to educate. For adding into the customer relationship management, you can educate the market about the hydrogen's value, where you can host the demos, webinars, or partner with universities. And then during that, you can use the visual presentation or pitch decks and branding to explain technical ideas in a simple way. So moving on to the operations, which is the day-to-day activities and structures. The operations sector focuses on logistics and financial health of the business. It ensures that the daily activities are optimized, cost-effective, and sustainable. This is where you decide if you're gonna outsource or you insource. By outsource, I mean that, are you gonna be able to produce the hydrogen yourself, or you're gonna outsource people from outside? If you decide that you will be able to do it yourself, then you decide that you will insource. This falls under the operations. So relating these to green hydrogen, this is where you can decide how you're going to prototype safely, and then the scalable green hydrogen systems, collaborating with engineers. Yeah. And then for outsourcing, you decide whether you outsource or insource the electrolyte for producing the hydrogen, the solar panels, if you're going to need them, and the water purification system, depending on your business idea. And then for facilities, you need to decide where will you store or produce the hydrogen that you are manufacturing? Is it gonna be the on-site plants or the mobile units? You need to decide that. And then each quadrant here has 5 specific focus areas, giving a total of 20 focus areas that you should consider when starting or growing your business. And then moving on to the ambitions. This is your big picture. This is where you dream. This is where you write all your dreams, your ambitions, milestones, targets, objectives, a goal, aim, or a vision. So you will, in the work area, you will determine your ambition there, and then in the work area, this is a drop down list. You drop down there, and then there's the 4 quadrants come back. You'll see there's organization, operations, the business concept, and the customer relations. You need to determine whether your ambitions relate to organizations or relate to the customer relations or the business concept or operations. And then moving on to the next slide is the example of the ambitions. So if your ambition is having a business idea, a consolidated feasible business idea, you're gonna list it here. And then the reason it is highlighted green is because it is on track. That means you have assessed your business idea, and then now you see that it's on track. And then for the customer portfolio, review, it is highlighted red because it shows that it is a challenge. So this is where you assess whether you have a challenge or if something is in progress or something is on track. This is where you list. So it is a form of guidance of how far you are with your business development concepts. And then moving on to the next slide is your outcome. So these outcomes build from the ambitions. Your business idea, on to the next slide. So you said that you want your ambition is the business idea. So on the outcome, your business idea has been created. Your product portfolio has been described. Your customer segment has been identified. So it's a more or less of a checklist, but you're gonna see clearly when you get to log in on the growth wheel and actually do the whole process. Yeah, in case you are kind of confused. And then for decision and actions, the business growth starts with strong decision making. You need to have decisions and actions. For example, you wanted to have a business, and then you said, no, I want to register. That is an action, and then you registered your business. For a decision was, maybe for an example, I want to open a business. And then from that, you thought of the business idea, and then that's an action. Following up from that, you register your business. So I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. But yeah, you will get to log into GrowthWheel and do it. Then onto the next slide is the 30, 60, 90-day plan. So this is an example again. A business idea, if you say, I want my business idea to be sorted in 30 days, then you highlight, and then after 30 days, you go and check if I am done with my business idea. And then this is basically a checklist. You write, this is what I want to do by this how many days, and then after those days, you go check if indeed you have finished the plan. And then on to the next slide. This is just a reminder that, again, yes, GrowthWheel is a visual checklist that gives you a 360 degrees view on your business. So in conclusion, to summarize everything up to, this is how GrowthWheel basically helps you. It takes you back to defining your problem statement, your target market, who are you solving the problem for, your product or service that you offer, and how is it unique from the rest of the market? What is going to make me to come to you and not go to the other person offering the same product as you? And then you develop your business model. So following up from there, we're going to send a link into the group so that you can all log into the GrowthWheel and get to actually experience how the GrowthWheel works. So if you do have any questions, you can shoot. Yeah.
Can I ask the founder if we have a maximum money to spend on the business, or we have just they are going to just fund us whatever we need?
Am I the only factor?
But now we can't just play and we don't know initially where we are.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for that question. It's a very loaded question. But what I can say is that in this aspect, Cheetah has funded the training. So the training that you are receiving, that is what Cheetah has done. We're not we are assisting you to consider your various ideas, to utilize the skills that have been provided and the methodologies to harness your ideas and to see how feasible they are for you. So we're giving you skills, knowledge to inform your decision on what sort of business you want to take. But in terms of funding, as in starting up your business, remember there are other government entities as well that I think through the program, you're going to get more information on the other government agencies that will be able to assist you.
Thank you. Through you, Program Director, if I may. I wanted to invite and welcome Francois Beatrix, who got back from Trade and Investment KZN, in full anticipation of the funding question that is likely to come here. So, maybe I think Francois, coming from Trade and Investment, there's a lot of focus on green technologies. Though I know your portfolio is exports, but would you want to just perhaps, without putting you on a spot, probably talk a little bit about how SMEs can access funding?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Atu. It's not funding related to green technologies. We've got a couple of funds or funding methods that are available. Unfortunately, at the moment, our budgets are all tied. But we do have the Technical Assistance Fund, as well as we have the Technical Assistance Fund that we assisted companies with technical innovations and technical additions that they made to their business, as well as the FAS, the Financial Assistance Scheme, that assisted companies when they were involved with overseas travel. In other words, to assist with the cost of their travel as well as the accommodation. But that's at the moment, unfortunately, dried up with regards to, because there's our funding budgets are dry. So at the moment, nothing. But we do also administer the DTIC schemes, which also involve stuff, funding like export marketing assistance allowance, as well as sector-specific assistance.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the insights. And thank you, Ms. Mbanda, for the comprehensive explanation on the growth wheel and what it entails and how helpful it is. I hope you guys have gotten the link to join on the sign up. But when you sign up, I think Mr. Atul has to allow you in. So I think we'll sort that out after. But with the closing remarks, as we have officially come to the end of our presentation, I don't know if Mr. Atul or Dr. Fidelka would like to add in a bit of some insights, some lasting words of motivation to the learners as they've navigated the past 5 weeks and are going to obviously carry on for the next 2 or 3, just to wrap up the evening or the afternoon that we had.
Okay, thank you very much for your physical attendance to all of you. It gives a lot more structure to the course and it gives a lot more credibility to the training. So we thank you for and appreciate your attendance today, each one and every one of you. In terms of course, I will thank you later. Thank you for, funding, yes, I will be doing a last, and in the end, I will be doing on the policy framework of the DTIC. So I will take the learners through the various formats, the funds that are available at DTIC for different segments of the SMME. So you don't, as he said, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be necessarily green hydrogen fund. It can be an SMME fund, it can be an export fund, it can be a skills fund, it can be a rolling credit fund, it can be an innovation fund. There's a whole lot of schemes available with DTIC, and I will be taking you through that. The DBSA also has some funds available for SMMEs. So you will have to look into that. But on that note, what I want to sincerely add that starting a business is not about the funding. The starting a business is about persistent execution and relentless pursuit of upping your action. So it means keeping your antennae up for what's happening in the space. It means evaluating on a daily basis what you are doing, what action are you taking. It's an uphill path, and it means having all your energy and mind space focused on the uphill journey. So the starting of the business, the growth wheel is a very valuable tool. Now, I'm not trying to say that when I say uphill, I'm not trying to say it's difficult. When I say uphill means it's growth every day. It's evaluation every day, looking at how far you've come and where you want to go. It's clarity of your mindset every day. It's dedication to your vision every day. And that is the best form of funding is self-sustenance. So if you're self-sustaining, you do not really depend on anyone. There's been enough businesses which have run over because the funding dries up. And that starts with NGOs, community-based organizations, private sector agencies, even publicly funded agencies go under because tomorrow there's no funding. So the best funding comes from your customer. And the best customer comes from adding value in your business. And the best value comes from positioning your business. The best positioning comes from research. So if you keep this ladder in mind, you will be continuously stepping up your game. And this game cannot be stepped up in leaps, in jumps. It has to be every step of the way. Very often you feel you're doing, let me say, donkey work. Yes, but that is what business is about, doing that donkey work, which means doing the mundane, which you feel, why should I be doing this? I'm a graduate. I've got my own business. Why should I be doing this kind of work? But yes, we've got to leave aside our pretentiousness, which exists in sometimes some kinds of formal employment, and be willing to do what it takes to keep our business afloat. And then you all will ask me, why is Dr. Pranaka talking about the business? Why can't we just get a job and be happy? Yes, you can do that. But today, a job itself requires business skills. You can't be in a job if you're not an entrepreneurial person. You know what? The largest IT industry company in India now has decided that if an IT employee is in its job, is on the job, and for 1 month is not on an entrepreneurial project, that person is sacked. Doesn't have that job anymore, or doesn't have those benefits anymore. So the criteria for being in that position in one of the largest IT companies in India for the young IT talent is not just to be working, but to be working on a entrepreneurial project with a client. So you're coming and doing your daily work, like our interns come and do their daily work, but that's not enough if they were in that company. They've got to be on another project to delivering to a client, and if they're not doing that, gone. And in that game, it all starts with getting clients. So the biggest skill in the business is business development, organizational development, and getting clients. So on that note, what I want to say is that the funding mindset needs to be tweaked a bit. Funding is there, yes, but that's a cherry on the cake, not the cake. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr.
Can I also- Sorry, just to add a little, I think as you develop your concepts, please do think that it will survive digitally as we are all moving beyond the fourth industrial revolution. So please do also include digifying your businesses if possible, so that it survives. Just advice.
Something. I think also for Broadwell, it's all about, with any business, it's all about putting the right systems for your business. So Broadwell is one tool, is one initial tool. It's like a GPS. It's like your planning tool. This is what I want to do for my business. This is what I want to do for my business. It's like your planning tool, but a professional one and a business proficient one. So it's like your daily business planner. So as it's separated within the cornerstones, within the business cornerstones, with every sector of the business, could it be marketing, IT, networking, everything from the business concept. So Broadwell is actually a planning tool. Even if you're still planning to apply for a funding, put it on your Broadwell. You need to apply for the funding. This is what you need to do and do and do and do. Put it as in your ambitions, in your decisions and actions.
Thank you so much. I'd also just like to don't leave you behind. Since you did come in a bit later, do you mind just sharing to the floor what you do, your profile, business?
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Susan Vandu. I'm currently based in Australian Health and Sanitation. I'm a data analyst and statistics. So I'm sorry to come late. So I was attending some of the workshop. So thank you so much, colleagues, for giving us this opportunity. It is a critical tools actually that we need to equip ourselves when we speak about the business canvas and other stuff. There are more things that we need to know before coming to the business. Like I have been in this sector. Sometimes we didn't win as a team just because there are some of the knowledges that we didn't have before. So to know this before going to the business operation itself. So it is very, very important. So I'm also encouraging our colleagues to take time to understand and make sure that they understand this before trying to attempt. And it is a huge honest, as Dr. is saying, that we don't have to rush to the funding. You may get 300,000, you may get 250,000, but if you don't understand the business process and what you are planning to do, you may end up fighting as a team and get lost along the way. So the positive mindset is critical along the way, and we have to put those things that are needed as they are helping us with the registration and the other stuff, put them in place and make sure that we take the opportunity of the TTIC as they are trying to enlighten us. So I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm looking forward to learn, and I hope my business will thrive under this. I'm more passionate about climate change. I'm more passionate about innovation space. So that's the environment that I'm more comfortable on. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. Sir, do you wanna?
Thank you. Maybe I think we should probably let Aline John Naidu have the last word on the program and a little bit of an insight about what she's experienced with us. And a warm welcome to you and our special guests for the afternoon. And to all of you, I'm so impressed and happy with the fact that we are able to meet face to face instead of the online kind of a thing. I'm asking myself why when we asked everybody and started the program, most of them were saying, let's do this online, let's do this online. But I think having it in person is also has its own positive benefits, which I'm recognizing now. And maybe I think we should do a few more sessions in person if that works for everybody. And I'm saying this to the people online as well, guys. You need to tell us if you want to have more in-person sessions if that helps. But let me say this: climate change is real, and there's a lot of funding which is being unlocked through South Africa's diplomacy, especially with the European Union for green hydrogen. In fact, I believe that as an export, KZN is very well positioned to be able to export green hydrogen. You know, we import LNG. We just signed up with Trump to put a lot of duties on us, and South Africa has agreed to buy LNG from them. My question is, why are we not exporting green hydrogen instead? So that's a very emerging space. The beautiful part is this, that it's a chicken and egg situation. If you don't have producers and exporters, you don't have a market, you don't have a business. And green hydrogen, if you're early enough in the market, you have the first movers advantage. You know, people die to get the first movers advantage. If you've got it, make the best of it. And I think this program, I must be very thankful to Cheetah for this. It's a very visionary step, very visionary and very far-looking. Yashan Pillai and the leadership have always been on the forefront amongst all seekers in some of the areas. They were first in green hydrogen, first in 4IR. Others are now starting to follow because the pace has been set. So it's an absolute honor to be able to work on a project like this, and we are also grateful to people from DUT, for example, who have been able to spread the word, bring you on. With water and sanitation, it's a long relationship which we will continue further. But I can only say thank you. This is only possible because of the support that we've got from the chemical industry. So, Madam Chair, thank you very much, and maybe you can ask our sponsor to have a few words as well.
Please, just to close it.
Yeah, thank you for that. It was lovely meeting all of you. See that many of you have very exciting ideas. This initiative that Cheetah has funded, I think it's actually our first green hydrogen initiative where we've looked at skills that are required for that sector. So we're very, very interested to see the outcome of it. I'm sure there will be further funding opportunities. Perhaps there may be funding opportunities to grow your business as well, like you've asked. So be on the lookout on the Cheetah website. See what other funding opportunities may come up that you can utilize. But I'm very interested to see how you formulate and how you take all of these skills that you've learned here and how you formulate your businesses. I think it's very exciting to do all of this. So yeah, thank you for being part of this session.
Thank you. So much. Yes. I was just leading to that. Just for making the time, for taking the time to be here and just internalizing all the information. Yes, no problem. We will have refreshments here at the garage. Mr. Mtesevu here will lead you down. But first, we would like to take a few pictures just to have memory capsule of today. So I will.
Let's make it quick.
Yeah.